Hey everyone, Ryan Lelf coming to you from beautiful Colorado. And it's the day after Christmas, and I wanted to do Wisdom from the Recliner, Volume 51 this evening. So I'd love for everyone to share and post where they're viewing from. Always enjoy that. Hello, Jeannie. Nice to have you on this evening. Anyway, I'm going to be covering four topics, and then I'll be glad to do a little Q&A if we haven't gone too long. But the first topic that I want to talk about is seeing the movie Sing with my kids. So while you guys are all posting where you're viewing from this evening, somewhere in the world, I'm going to talk about what I got from seeing the movie Sing with my two littles yesterday. And then I'm going to talk about getting your hopes up. I wasn't even planning on sharing that tonight, but was just prompted. So, and then I'm going to talk about what you don't see and give you some insight into why we have to be careful not to assume anything or get the wrong impression. And then I want to finish up by giving you and sharing just some travel tips, not to share them in a way that would make anyone feel bad or feel like they're not doing a good job, but more just sharing them as things that we have found up to this point that help us when we travel until we find that something that serves us better. And if for some reason there, maybe you can see my eyes a little bit better. Sorry, I just got my new hat, Beaver Creek hat, and I was enjoying wearing it. Maybe I'll turn it around backwards. There we go. But anyway, but there may be a few things or one thing or whatever that I can show you or share quickly on video, and maybe it would serve you well. So anyway, hope everyone truly did enjoy Christmas. It's such a special time of year. It's a great time to reflect. It's an opportunity to remember that there's a spiritual element to life on planet Earth. Whatever your spiritual beliefs are, I just know I enjoy this season. I enjoy the opportunity to look back on the year and think about the new year ahead, but also just soak in extra special time with those I love the most. And I feel like I'm getting to do that this year in such a grand scale. And to say that I'm grateful, to say that I'm thankful, feels like a massive understatement, to be perfectly honest with you. When I see all these one-year memories popping up, and I just think about just the absolute nightmare this entire month, and especially this week, was last year this time in 2015, and then to think that we had to make a quick decision and decided to go back to CHPSA, and that I was literally on the verge of not being here, folks. So, man, what a cool deal, though, the power of possibility, the power of belief, the power of love, the power of mercy, grace, faith, the power of just life itself, the gift that it is, and the breaths that we take. So let me dive right in. So if you have kids, I highly, highly, highly recommend going and seeing the movie Sing. If you don't have kids, I highly, highly, highly recommend going and seeing the movie Sing. In fact, when Atlanta and Arthur, Atlanta is almost 7, Arthur's almost 5, when we got out of the theater yesterday, the first thing they said is, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy, can we see it again?" I mean, they were glued to the screen. I have not seen a movie keep them this captivated in a while. It was an outstanding movie. They loved it from a kid's point of view, and I loved it as an adult because of what it was built on, what it was based on. There were so many great parallels, so many takeaways. I found myself laughing. I found myself literally crying and tears rolling down my cheeks. It just hit me at my core. It was emotional, but it brought you so much joy. And in fact, we're going to go see it again sometime this week while we're traveling, because Caroline, my wife, wants to see it, and my oldest son Addison would like to see it as well. And it's so good. I can't wait to see it again. And of course, Atlanta and Arthur want to see it again as well. But I just feel like all the different characters in the movie were such great examples of what us human beings face in our lives. They all had different reasons on why they didn't feel good enough. Yes, the movie title, Mark, is called Sing. It's brand new. It literally just came out, I believe, this last week. It's a cartoon, but it's the ones where, the characters have voices and they talk. Mark, I'm telling you, you will absolutely love it. Everyone will. It's an adult movie. It's a kid movie. It's a family movie. It's a for everyone movie. Okay. So anyway, the characters are just incredible, right? Like every single one of them has all the reasons in their life, even though they're each individually different, on why they're not good enough. One character doesn't have the love and support of his father. Another character feels like she's really just all she is just a mom, and her husband doesn't see value in the massive role that she plays with all their kids. Even the one of the main characters who's running the theater, he's just failed time and time again in business and struggled financially, and just, always you can just feel him questioning inside, am I good enough, right? And yet they all have a talent. They all have a dream. And when that opportunity gets presented, just the droves and droves and droves of characters that come out for the contest. It just showed me that like everybody's got something inside of them, but but we've either all got an excuse or a reason or a circumstance or something that tends to get in the way for a lot of us, right? And anyway, it just really, really speaks to human life on planet Earth. It really speaks to the struggle that many of us face. It really speaks to the underlying question that I think probably we all just have is like, am I good enough? Like, am I enough? Or is there this anxiety and feeling and pressure and little voice and something in the universe that's just always telling us like, you should be doing better. You need to have more. You should already be here. My friend Connie Witter had a great post tonight. If you're not following Connie Witter on Facebook, or if you haven't been to her website, becauseofjesus.com, I encourage you to go there. But she talked about how we have all these false deadlines, and we have these imaginary times that we feel like, things should happen, or we should arrive, or we should be there, or this should occur in our lives, and they get us in trouble, and they really do. But man, I didn't want to say too much about the movie Sing or go into too many specific details because I don't want to give it away for all of you. All I can tell you is if you open up your mind, if you open up your heart, and you just sit back and truly let God, the creator of the universe, higher power, whatever it is that you believe in, just let them minister to you. Let them really speak to you. Laugh because it's funny. Enjoy it with your kids if you're going with your kids, or go with a friend, or maybe you just go alone and just have an hour and a half of laughter and joy and crying and fun. And just, if you need to, see it 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times. Like, I think it's that good. And I think there's a message in there for all of us. And so, I know I loved it, and I know my kids loved it, and I can't wait to see it again this week with our family. So go see the movie Sing. Man, I wish they would send me a nice fat check for all those people now they're going to go see it. No, I'm just kidding. They didn't need any help from me. It's awesome. All right. Topic number 2, get your hopes up. I was reminded tonight again that, a lot of us, we kind of believe in this idea that we really shouldn't get our hopes up. And I think we should do just the opposite. I have my hopes set as high as they possibly can be every single day, and I still do. And I have even during this whole adventure with cancer. man, without hope, what in the world would any of us do? Like, how could any human being keep going if they didn't have any hope? I mean, whoever came up with the idea, don't get your hopes up, I'm not sure what planet they're from or what they were thinking or how they thought that would serve us humans well. But I got to tell you, I disagree with them. That'd make me right. I'm just telling you I disagree. I say get your hopes up. I say keep your hopes up. And I say no matter how many times you fall, no matter how long it takes, no matter what comes at you, no matter how many things are in front of you, no matter how many bad things happen to you, no many people hurt you, no matter how much money you lose, no matter how many times you lose it all and have to start over. I mean, keep your hopes up. Get your hopes up. Without hope, I mean, we don't have anything, man. I mean, I'm telling you, I had my hopes up the entire time that I was sick. I had my hopes up that I'd be skiing, and I am. I had my hopes up that I would walk my daughter down the aisle, and I'm planning on doing it. I had my hopes up, right? And you need to have your hopes up. What in the world are you hoping for? Okay? And then take personal responsibility for your life. Find things that serve you well, and then the things that you can't control, let them go and continue to have hope, right? So I just want to encourage all of us as we're reflecting, as we're enjoying this week of Christmas, as we're headed into the new year, maybe rethink the belief system and the idea and the thinking of don't get your hopes up. It's just my opinion. It's just my 2 cents. It's just a thought, but I found it to serve me very well, and I just thought I'd pass it along. Get your hopes up. Keep your hopes up. And hope, 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 hope. Don't ever give up hope. Always have hope. Believe in hope. I mean, you just never know what in the world could happen. All right? All right, topic number 3, what you don't see. I think it would be real easy for a lot of you who don't get to spend, face-to-face time with Caroline and I or our family, or don't really get to know us outside of just what I share on Facebook. I mean, man, I think about how much I do share and how much I have shared, and then I think, wow, but there's still so much of our life that, it's just not humanly possible. Who wants to be on their phone every second of every day? And you just can't share, obviously, like 24/7 unless like a camera was just on you the whole time, you know what I mean? But I just want to remind all of you that please don't put us on a pedestal. It is incredible what we have been able to accomplish. I'm so grateful for the results, and I do believe we had something to do with that. But at the same time, I just want you to know that we are human beings just like you guys, okay? I mean, we're traveling. We've had meltdowns, I mean, we've had kids upset about something that happened on the electronics. We've had kids lose and misplace things already and had them in tears, you know what I mean? I've personally, my temper and control in a moment and got stressed or whatever and raised my voice and then had to apologize to my kids and apologize to Caroline. Why am I telling you this? Because I mean, nobody can be perfect. Nobody lives perfect. And I just don't want you to ever think for 1 second, just because you get a little snidbit of our life here and there from when I jump on or when I, share things. Of course, I share more positive things than I do the things that go wrong. I mean, that's just who I am, right? And most people don't care about our drama or about my kids throwing a fit or about me raising my voice or about something happening to us. I mean, like, you're busy living your life, and you ought to be, and you shouldn't concern yourself with that. Nobody wants to come to my Facebook profile and my wall and it be filled with drama and negativity and all that nonsense, you know what I mean? But from time to time, I just want you to know that, Caroline and I, we are so human. It's unbelievable how human we are. We make mistakes. We say things we ought not. We don't parent correctly sometimes, whatever that even looks like or means, because, it's not like there's a manual out there on exactly how to do it. We are real. We blow it. You know what I mean? And but I think what we continue to do is, like today, for an example, I was having a few moments where maybe I was stopped on the mountain as we were skiing, and maybe I was waiting on Addison or Caroline, or maybe they were ahead of me and I was giving them a little lead time because I tend to be just a little bit faster some of the time. And I was just talking to God, and I was just saying, God, I am patience. That's who I am at the core because of you. You know, I am kindness. I am soft tone. I am, you know, all the things that I want to be. And Lord, I just thank you that I'm led, and I thank you that I have wisdom, and I thank you that I don't have to beat myself up or go into condemnation or feel bad about the fact that I sometimes forget that and I lose it in a moment. But I thank you that I can be quick to just say, son, daughter, wife, you know, family, I'm sorry. Dad blew it in that moment. He forgot who he was, and I apologize. And I just have to think, you know what, that's got to be enough, right? Like I wish I could be perfect. I wish I could never raise my voice. I wish I could not ever allow stress to overtake me in a moment. I wish, you know, I could always make all the correct and right and healthy and decisions out of love and joy and peace. But I'm human and I don't. But I'm so grateful that I can be secure in who I am, that I can just own those mistakes and then just quickly move on, right? And I'm so thankful that I've gotten rid of the all or nothing syndrome, and that I don't have to be a perfect dad or wipe the slate clean, or that I don't have to constantly relive all the moments where I dropped the ball or blew it, or that I have to identify that as who I am. They're just moments along the way where things happen, you know what I mean? And so we're real, we're humans, probably things that you struggle with from time to time, we struggle with, probably things that happen in your home with your kids happen to us in our home with our kids, right? You know, I mean, it's just part of it, right? I don't know if you're like me, but like when you're traveling, you know what I mean? How do you always balance this idea of like, you know, maybe you buy some food or you buy some things at the store, and then what if they don't get used? And maybe you had a family or an environment where you were taught, you know, don't ever waste anything. And so you've got that, but then, you know, a lot of people will overeat because of that fear of not wasting anything. And so then they create another problem. And then, I mean, guys, we could go on and on and on with all the little stresses and all the little things that come about in our lives every day. They're never going to be perfect. The stars are never going to align. They don't need to. You're already perfect in the sense of you were created by God Almighty. Your being, your spirit, your heart, your mind, right? Now we have to renew our mind, and there's a lot of things coming at us here on planet Earth. And, you know, that's just part of this experience. But the cool thing is there's grace. There's grace. Just extend grace to yourself. Have a revelation. Be persuaded in your heart about grace and unconditional love. I'm telling you, it turned my whole life around 6 years ago, and it just continues to guide me. And I'd rather be a dad who can just own his mistakes, embrace his flaws, know he's loved, know he's a wonderful dad because that's who Jesus made me to be, and just say I'm sorry when I mess up. And then I love the other moments, though, where I remember to be kind. I remember to encourage my son. I remember to be grateful and express that to Caroline for little things like, thank you, Caroline, for bringing all my supplements and pills and organizing them so that I can continue to stay healthy. Thank you, Caroline, for all the little organizational things you do to just make the trip smoother and easier, you know. Thank you, Addison, for being so smart, and thank you for being the kind of kid that loves to map out things and remembers which trails we've been out and which runs we want to go to because Dad doesn't remember that. And so I just love that he's like that, because then I just say, man, tell us which way we're going. Which ones did you like the most? Where we're, you know, thank you, Atlanta and Arthur, for sharing, or thank you guys. So it's why do we get so caught up in remembering the moments where we blow it and not celebrating and remembering all the moments where we're exactly who we want to be, and celebrating those and loving those moments? So I just want you to know, what you don't see sometimes is you don't see me in a way that you'd be like, wow, Ryan acted like that? Yeah, I do sometimes, you know. Oh, wow, he just talked in that tone to his family? Yeah, it happens, right? Because sometimes I think you get this these sound bites and you get just whatever you happen to catch on Facebook over the last 15 months, and they seem like highlights, and I seem not human, and our results seem extraordinary, and they are, okay, they are. But just remember, I'm made just like you are, in the same image, and I got 2 legs and 2 arms, probably just like you do, you know. And I'm human. I really am, and so are you. And it's okay. Embrace it. God loves us. His grace is sufficient, and it's an amazing way to live. So anyway, let me show you a couple of quick little travel tips here. I just want to show you a couple quick things. So we just buy, as you can see right here, there's some apples. We just buy a lot of fruit at the store when we're traveling. I started thinking this week that actually, in some ways, it's actually a little easier for us to eat healthy when we're all traveling together, because there's no peer pressure from kids at school. We're not having to worry about other people. It's just us, and our whole family is on board with eating healthy. So got a couple of pineapples here. We brought our little NutriBullet so we can have our smoothies. Here's, just supplements and tinctures. We brought our essential oils with us. You can see all these pill boxes. I'm so grateful to Caroline for that. There's some more supplements there when we need to get some water. Whoops, sorry guys. Caroline's over there working on a puzzle, enjoying herself, which is nice. Hey babe, love you. Anyway, there's a Fiji water, and then we got a little travel kit there, and then we got our smoothie stuff here. We got our Cali tea that we've been drinking. That's how we make our hot water. And then let me come over here into the fridge. We got some orange juice, organic Caesar dressing. We got some lettuce leaves in there. We got some more fruit. We got some celery, Ezekiel bread, hummus, orange juice there, And then down here, we went to the store, and that's our organic fresh fruit. So that's really nice. And then Caroline, she's a really special lady, but she loves to be organized. So she brings these boxes here. They fold up, so they're easy to carry. And then she made a thing there. See, that one says Arthur. That one says Addison. This one says Caroline, Atlanta, and Ryan. And what we put in them is like all of our ski stuff, or just miscellaneous items, so that we keep them in one place, and it just allows the things to be organized, and we got our helmets right there, and then our gloves over here, and there's our coats, right? We got our boots sitting over here. We got to throw the trash out, as you can see. Anyway, those are pretty normal things, but maybe there was a tip in there. Maybe there was something that, might help you, right? We packed real light. Oh, let me show you one other quick thing. So, we're going to be gone for 13 days. And that's all the clothes we brought right there. Me and Caroline. Yep, we only brought 4 outfits apiece. Just learned, you do a little bit of laundry when you're gone this long, and wear stuff more than one time, and you just kind of lounging around and relaxing and enjoying family time and just having such a great time. So anyway, all right. I guess that skiing got to me a little bit today. I don't know if you guys saw my post earlier, but I really hope that if I'm doing nothing else, that, I'm inspiring people to really consider eating more fruit. You guys know what I've been through the last 15 months. And for me to be able to go, for me to be able to go skiing today for 5 to 6 hours, guys, I got up this morning, I had a bottle of water, I took my supplements with a bottle of fresh apple juice and orange juice, I drank a little bit of Cali tea, and I had 1 banana. Then we skied for a few hours, and then I ate 6 bananas at lunch and drank another bottle of water, took my supplements. Then we skied for 2 more hours, and then I came home and had a big bowl of pineapple, and then tonight I had some guacamole, and then I made me a green smoothie, and guys, I feel great. I mean, I did all that physical activity, all that skiing. I ski greens because I'm just kind of getting reacclimated, but then we moved to quite a few blues, and my son and I even did a short little black with a few moguls today. And I'm pushing it, and I can go pretty fast, and I love to ski, and I'm just getting my strength back and getting more confident and remembering how to do it. And I did all of that, and all I did was eat fruit all day until tonight. Like, I think we've been lied to. I think we've been brainwashed. I think we've just gotten into some really bad habits, probably by accident, subconsciously, you know. What we think we need and what we think we have to have and what we thought was real food and what we thought would give us energy and what we thought it would require or take in order to have a demanding physical activity day like I've had today, I just think most of us probably have it incorrect. And I just want to see people live well, and I want to see them healthy and vibrant, and I want to see them going for things and taking risk and having fun and finding what they love to do in work and in play and with hobbies and with the people they love. And I want to see them doing it, and I want to see them making it happen, and I want to see them out there just thriving. I mean, whatever makes you come alive, I want to see you doing it. I don't really like talking so much and teaching people all these how-tos, because I think we get so caught up in somebody thinking they got something figured out, right? You know, the people that have anything figured out are just the ones that are busy living. Just get busy living, right? And, you know, whatever makes you come alive, whatever makes you happy, whatever it is that, you know, you enjoy doing, I mean, go do it, right? You only live once. Let's get rolling. Anyway, I want to get wrapped up here pretty soon, so I want to give some time for a few questions. You guys seem to enjoy that, so start posting your questions right now, and let's do some rapid fire answering of your questions for maybe the next 5, 6, 7 minutes. Will you tell us more about Calli Tea? Absolutely, Brianna. It is spelled Calli. It's from a company called Sunrider. It's a herbal detoxifying tea that does probably a lot more than I even realize. It's incredible. I know Danielle Lambright explained it real well, a friend of mine that's now drinking it recently on a post, and I'll try to find that or see if she can do it again, or I'll ask Caroline. I'm not good at remembering all the details, but I'll put our affiliate link there if you'd like to purchase some. We drink it every single day. It's a detoxifier. It's herbal tea. We just drink it exactly as it is. We don't add anything to it. I think it's one of the best things I started doing. We started drinking that 6 months ago, and we have no intention of ever stopping. We plan on just making that a part of our lifestyle. So I will post that information again. Desiree says, I've tried many times, but Sunrider's website isn't working. I'm so sorry about that. Maybe see if you can Google Desiree Sunrider customer service and ask them why it's not working, or let's try again tonight. Desiree, I'll post the link under you and Brianna's comment, and then also in the main thread, and just give it another shot. If not, I will tag Sue Gronberg, who is very helpful and has been with the company for a long time, and I'll tag her on this thread and see if she can offer some assistance there. Okay, thank you for letting me know that, because I know many people have been purchasing it lately, so it may have just been during this Christmas holiday or something. But let's try it again. Karen says, do you stay away from all GMO and do you only eat organic? Yes, Karen, we do that to the best of our ability. I'm sure there's times where we probably consume GMO by accident, but definitely we're not intentionally or purposely eating anything that's GMO. So I'd say at least 98% of the time, to our knowledge and with our intention, yes, we stay away from GMO. We do primarily eat organic. There may be some occasional times that it's just not possible. I mean, I'd rather eat fruit than rationalize, eating out or some other, crap food just because I couldn't find organic, whatever it was I was looking for. But when organic is available, we purchase organic. Like when I was at the market yesterday getting a bunch of fruit, there was some delicious looking strawberries, but they didn't have organic. And so I decided not to purchase those, and they had plenty of other fruits, organics, pineapples, bananas, oranges, apples, blackberries, raspberries. So I just decided to go ahead and get the organic ones. So again, we're not going to, we'll still eat fruits and veggies if they're not organic because we still think that would be better, and we'll live with that. But yes, when we have the opportunity and we know whether or not there's one. Now, I think there's a few fruits that Caroline says is okay, is not organic. I'm not the one that remembers that. She does the shopping, or she reminds me at the moment if I'm going to get it. But I think there might be one or two or three that, depending on the peel or the outside or what, I know I don't know the answer to that. But yes, we do primarily only eat organic. So hope that answers your question. All right, guys, couple more, and then we're going to wrap it up. Let everyone get a good night's rest and enjoy the rest of this Christmas week. And I'm going to watch the end of the Dallas Cowboy football game before I call it a night. All right, next question. Emily Green says, I'm sorry if you've shared this before, but do you juice daily? If so, do you have a combo that you love for ongoing healing? Emily, we don't juice every single day. When we're at home, we juice maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and then drink those over, 1 or 2 or 3 days, and then juice again. I primarily drink apple juice and fresh orange juice when I take all my supplements every day. And then basically what I do is we make some green juices from time to time because I sometimes don't get enough greens in, and so we like to do that. My wife also likes like beet, carrot, apple, some type of recipe. I'm not for sure, but we also just sometimes run out of time. We're trying to figure out the whole transition back into work and our new schedule and what we're going to be doing come January. But we love juicing. Sometimes we get juices from Pure Food and Juice in Tulsa, Oklahoma, or from High Juice, both owned by friends of ours. And sometimes it's just easier for us to just grab some from them from time to time. So we definitely are drinking juice daily. And I'm not sure if there's an exact combo. There are some great recipes, and I'm sure you can. I'll tag a few people underneath your comment, Emily, that I know of some great recipes, like my friend Cynthia Beavers, who owns Pure Food and Juice, my friend Kristen Witter, who owns High Juice, and her co-business owner Madison, and then my health coach Steve Factor. I'll tag their names under here and ask them for some ongoing recipes for you. Okay. Mark May says non-organic grapes are the worst fruit, coated in heavy pesticides. Couldn't agree more, Mark. That is definitely one of the fruits we will not touch, buy, purchase, eat at any point, is non-organic grapes. So with you there, buddy. All right, 2 more questions underneath Mark May's comment. 2 more questions, then we'll call it a night. Everyone can get back to whatever they're doing. Enjoy the rest of the week and move into 2017. How much cooked veggies do you eat? From Vera Hill. Just a few. We primarily eat raw veggies most of the time, but maybe once or twice a week we eat cooked veggies. But like I said, we prefer raw vegan as kind of our lifestyle, and so that's what we eat the most of. But occasionally we'll have some cooked vegan meals and some cooked veggies here and there. So yeah, I'd say once or twice a week. All right, one more question, everyone. And remember to make sure and let me know where you've been viewing from tonight, or if you're watching the recording later, post a comment where you're viewing from. Whoa, what happened there?